In this video, I would like to talk about what happens if we call for rescue and how much rescue fee we have to pay. In the background, I will play Insta 360 video of my backcountry skiing through the dangerous valley that I always say you should avoid in my other videos. In the last winter season, one skier actually died by dropping into a deep hole along this valley. This was my first backcountry ski in my life, which was shot on February 2024. At that time, I did not have even a map. I did not know how to download one. I just followed somebody's tracks, but soon the tracks disappeared, and because my skis were alpine skis, I could not climb at all. I had no choice but to descend along the valley. This was very dangerous. Please see my failure and how dangerous this valley is. While I descended the steep slope, I deeply regretted for easily coming to the backcountry without any equipment and preparation. But finally, I was able to return back to the ski trail. Now I go back to the topic of the rescue system in Japan. Recently, in most ski resorts in Japan, we often see warning posters and signboards that state you have to pay for the rescue fee if you call for rescue outside of the ski trails. And sometimes we see the price list of the rescue fee. This is an example of price list at the Furano Ski Resort, which is one of the ski resorts of the Prince Group. It says you will be charged about $130 per hour per rescue personnel and about $325 per ropeway operation if they have to operate it outside normal operational hours. It seems as if the ski resort is trying to discourage skiers from going to backcountry, but at the same time they provide BC Gate. So what should we do? First of all, we have to know the rescue system of Japan. Basically, the ski patrol of Kagura Ski Resort does not have any obligation to rescue backcountry skiers if the skiers are outside of the ski trails. In theory, stranded hikers in the mountains are to be rescued by police rescue teams. But in reality, if a skier is skiing in the backcountry very close to the ski resort and the skier calls the telephone number of the police, which is 110 in Japan, the dispatcher of the police usually contacts the ski resort and asks the ski patrol to rescue the backcountry skier. But this gives rise to the problem. Even if the ski patrol goes to rescue the backcountry skier in response to the request made by the police do not pay any compensation to the ski resort. The police are simply suggesting a voluntary cooperation of the ski resort without paying any money to the ski resort. Therefore, in theory, the ski resort can decline the request, but most companies try to cooperate with the police. Probably they are afraid of retaliation. In the last season, a snowboarder collided with a tree in the backcountry area close to the reflector Hanshaban, and the ski patrol of the ski resort came to rescue him, according to the news articles. Therefore, in reality, if you are in the backcountry area close to the ski resort, the ski patrol is likely to come to rescue you, not the police rescue teams. According to the news articles and posts on social media, around $650 to $2,000 is charged to the backcountry skiers as a rescue fee. This amounts to an average 1 month salary of an ordinary Japanese worker. It is not impossible to pay the fee, but this is very expensive. So many people will think of taking out insurance that covers rescue fee. There are many outdoor activity insurances that cover summer hiking. Probably many inbound visitors already have some kind of traveler insurance that cover outdoor and sports activities, including hiking and skiing. But the backcountry skiing is gray area. Most insurance policies stipulate that hiking is covered, but alpine climbing is not covered. Usually, alpine climbing is defined as climbing with the use of crampons and ice axes. In Kagura, I usually do not use crampons, but I always carry ski crampons in my backpack in case the climbing route is icy. And some people have poles provided with small ice axes at the grips, such as Black Diamond's whippet poles. So whether climbing to, for example, Nakaoné Ridge is alpine climbing or not is very ambiguous. So some people have called insurance companies to confirm this point, but the insurance companies usually say something like they will evaluate it on a case-by-case basis after an insurance claim arises. So there is no definite answer. In my case, when I go to, for example, North Slope, I take out short-term insurance that explicitly states that the backcountry skiing is covered. I use Montbell's alpine climbing insurance. Montbell is one of the largest hiking, clothing, and equipment companies in Japan. The insurance fee is around $13 for several days ski trip. Probably inbound tourists can take out this insurance too, because there is no restriction in terms of nationality. But the problem is that there is no English web page. You can purchase this insurance at Montbell stores too, but as you may know very well, we Japanese are not fluent in English, so even if you go to the store, I do not think there will be anybody who can explain the insurance in English. Another option is that in case of rescue, you may insist that you strayed off the ski trail by accident due to heavy fog or snow, claiming that it is not deliberate backcountry ski. In such case, many traveler insurance policies will cover the rescue fee if you incur them by accident. In such case, you might want to avoid mentioning avalanche gears or equipment for alpine climbing. If you are trying to use your traveler insurance for the rescue fee, you might want to avoid submitting a climbing plan because doing so could be seen as an acknowledgement of alpine climbing. If you ski in the area under the reflector, you can insist that you just followed another unknown skier's tracks and reached there because you did not know which way to go. But if you are stranded on the North Slope, for example North Slope, it is hard to explain you got there by mistake. Everyone assumes heading to the North Slope is deliberate backcountry skiing. So the problem of the rescue fee is very difficult, and even if you take out insurance, it can be waste of money if the police rescue teams come to rescue you, because the police are free of charge. They are paid by taxpayers' money. Your insurance will not be used. So in conclusion, what we should do depends on your style of backcountry skiing. If you are a casual backcountry skier who ski in the area close to the ski resort, your traveler insurance or general sports activity insurance that covers ski and snowboarding may be sufficient. But be sure to remember, when you make an insurance claim, you have to insist that you strayed off the ski trails by accident and that you are not a deliberate backcountry skier. If you are a serious backcountry skier, I suggest purchasing Montbell's alpine climbing insurance, but in this case, probably you need help from somebody who can read some Japanese. Maybe. I'm not sure whether I should say this, but I think the amount of rescue fee is negotiable, because presenting a price list on the signboard of the ski resort does not necessarily mean that you agreed to pay the rescue fee based on the price list. Probably you have never signed any document, you have never signed any agreement of the rescue fee. So probably you can insist that it is the police dispatcher that requested the ski patrol to rescue you. Therefore, you can insist that you do not have any legal obligation to pay the rescue fee. But if I get stranded in the backcountry and the ski patrol comes to rescue me, I will try to pay the rescue fee. Maybe I will try to negotiate the price, but I want to get along well with the ski patrol and the ski resort. But this is up to you. Backcountry skiing is a new type of sports that became very popular recently, and our social system is not sufficiently prepared for it. So at this moment, it is very difficult to say what is the best way. I'm sorry for not being able to provide you with useful answer on this topic. But in any case, if you are stranded in the backcountry, somebody will surely come to rescue you. So if you have problems in the backcountry, do not hesitate to call for the rescue. Because in winter, the sun goes down very early. The call should be made as early as possible. As you can see, this valley is very difficult. There are not many ski tracks here. Everybody knows this is super dangerous. While I descended the slope, I really regretted for my failure. I was thinking of calling for rescue, and I was wondering how much money I should pay. And also I was thinking of news articles reporting me as a reckless skier who went out of the ski trail without maps, avalanche gears, or any equipment. All I had at that time is a bottle of juice and a bread. It was very good to have at least something to drink and eat, because at that time I was thinking of being stranded on the slope overnight if rescuers cannot come on that day. At this location, I could hear the voice and the sound of skiers on the trails. I was really relieved. At this location, I drank juice and ate bread because I knew that I could return back to the ski trails. It is no longer necessary to save drink and bread. If I were to descend here again, I would carry skis on my backpack and walk with boots attached with crampons and use ice axe. In that style, I think I can safely descend narrow and steep slope here. I think around here, in the last season, some skier died dropping into the hole. So watch out for the holes. You can see very large holes very close to the ski trails. On the right side, you can see very large hole. This was very deep, so you have to be very careful at this point. I explained how to return back to the ski trail safely without going through this very dangerous valley in my second video, so please also see my second video which is listed in the descriptions below. I hope you enjoy backcountry skiing in Japan. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Most of my videos are in Japanese, and for those of you who do not want to see videos in Japanese, I made a list of videos in which I speak in English like this video, or in which English subtitles are available. Please bookmark the video list, which is shown in the descriptions below.